got the Sands Lux Apartments on the line. And this one might actually be something. Says she's got a tenant who might be making bombs in...
Shush, shush, shush. Let me talk to them. You're leaving out important details. It's the weirdo in apartment 3. He's gonna kill us all. There's all kinds of loud banging coming from his room. And he's not alone. He's got friends in there. They're planning something. I know it. You will? Oh, I knew you guys were better than the marshals. Come to the Sands Lux Apartments, now! That loony's liable to blow the whole place sky high!
Sorry, November. Over and out.
Huh? What do you mean by sorry?
I was talking to Diligent Joe the other day, and he said that he might be open.
Yeah, for the words of the Reyes's, to buy up and turn into playpens.
Seriously. Why would you even want to live with a bunch of uptight muckaties?
I don't want to talk about it. Come on.
Crap cakes! Well, I guess that takes I'm back in business!
Wow.
Welcome to the Well done scuttling those damn Dorseys in the gardens, chums! So, what sardine leaf?
Rangers, this is Daisy. Sounds like you're at the Little Vegas, judging by all that noise in the background. Remember, your first order of business is to find Delgado. Maybe somebody in there has seen him. Sure, we'll all be millionaires. Keep your eyes on the prize, Rangers. While you're at it, if you can prove that Brago made a deal with the Dorseys, feel free to take that bastard down. Best of luck, Rangers. Daisy out.
We've got drinks, dancing, and games of chance. Pick your poison.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Fuck me! Fuck me! Fuck! Fuck! I'm so screwed! Like, totally. Fuck you! I'm a sick man!
No more gambling for me.
Man, I love
I learned my lesson.
Drink like you.
Alcohol's nice, but
I'm
this
stuck
DJ is
with
amazing.
Boar's Light.
He's always here.
Look what the
Hey there. What do you need? Sorry, chums. Don't know anybody by that name. Can't help you. Loose lips don't get you far in Mr. Brygo's organization. So, nope. This is the Little Vegas. A slice of paradise in a freezing shithole. Plenty of sins available for the picking. Just take a look around. Don't be strangers.
Ah, it's you, Red Hats. I was wondering when you'd come to see Charlie Knows. Farron Brygo's capo, leader of men, hero of the Battle of Two Buttes, savior of St. Elmo, and friend to everyone worth knowing. Welcome to Little Vegas. Not surprised you haven't heard of it. St. Elmo was lost to a fire years ago, sadly. But it was a thriving town before then. Thanks to old Charlie, yep.
Don't listen to a word old Charlie says, Rangers. He's the biggest bullshitter in Colorado Springs.
Says the biggest bullshitter in Colorado Springs. Ah, a tactical masterstroke by yours truly. Imagine 2 round buttes with a narrow gorge between them. Got that picture in your mind? We lured our enemies into the gorge, then squeezed them from both sides, crushing them between the buttes. A real shitstorm, that's what it was.
I'm quite sure there was never a battle of 2 buttes, Mr. Nose. Sounds like a story you concocted while sitting in the outhouse.
Oh, you wouldn't say that if you'd been there. I'll never forget the groans, the plops of the fallen, the terrible smell. All those and more. I have plenty to tell you, Red Hats. All you need is working ears and an open heart. Charlie is a friend to all, and all know Charlie. So what can Charlie do for you? You see this silver ram medal? You like it? It's my favorite badge. The patriarch himself gave it to me. Yes, sir, for saving his eldest son. Man, you should have seen the size of that snake. Ah, Mr. Brygo's pride and joy. Our pride and joy. He founded this club after coming here from Vegas. Apparently, it emulates the style of Sin City, but I never saw that place myself. You want to talk to the man in charge? You'll find Mr. Brygo upstairs. Ah, Mr. Brygo's pride. I'm the floor boss. I make sure our guests are happy and entertained, and that they don't wander into the back rooms. I can? Did you mean, will you let us through? In that case, no. Jokes aside, Mr. Brygo doesn't let anyone into the back without his explicit say-so. And we take Mr. Brygo's instructions very seriously. If you want to go back there, talk to him, not me. Why wouldn't I? Isn't that who you are, with your hat so red? Oh well, can't help you if you're confused. See this one with the skull? Sheriff Daisy gave it to me for dealing with a corrupt marshal. She was a beast, let me tell you. Must have had some kind of mutation. 8 foot tall with fists like bricks. But I gave her the old razzle-dazzle, took her down.
Razzle-dazzle? Is that what you call falling while running away from her and tripping her with your quivering ass?
It worked, didn't it? She fell face first into a fire plug. Knocked her cold. El Gato? What?
Come on, Charlie, you remember Delgado. Nice guy, family man, way too good for the trash in this place. No way you could miss him.
Oh, not like you, Marshal. You blend right in with the rest of us. Sorry, haven't seen him. Old Charlie would tell you if he had. Until next time, Red Hats.
These stairs lead to Mr. Brago's lounge. He said I should let you guys through. But don't even think about messing with that computer behind me. I got one job, and that's guarding that computer. And if you was to mess with it, well, that would be a very bad day for you, my friend. A very bad day. That is the computer that controls the ventilation system. And I have to guard it because it's broken, and there could be real trouble if anybody said it wrong. Big trouble. If you set the fan to off and the heat to max, which isn't supposed to be possible, but right now it is, the furnace could catch fire and burn the whole place down. So I'm not leaving my post for anything. Well, maybe if a fight broke out I would, but nobody would be stupid enough to start a fight in Mr. Brago's place, would they? You're not gonna say I said any of this, are you?
Oh, man, I love dancing in this place.
It's the best. But I've heard a rumor that there's an exclusive secret dance party up at Aspen every year. I'm for sure gonna get an invite this year.
I've never been to Aspen. You 100 families types get all the good stuff.
Having a good time?
You've never been? You simply must.
You want to pay for it?
Ugh, so gaudy. So ostentatious.
Rangers, welcome to my club. Ah, Rangers, what a pleasure. I heard you were in town. It must be, what, 20 years since we crossed paths. Not that any of you would remember that, of course. You were probably just kids when Vargas and Angela Death and the rest helped me save Vegas. And I hear we have you to thank for Cassidy's fine clothiers being back in business. My capos and I thank you. If not for Cassidy's, we'd have to settle for second-rate suits from the bazaar. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm Farron Brago. Welcome to Little Vegas. My recreation of the glories of the town we lost. Perfect, isn't it? You haven't heard the story? Hey, I'll never forget it. 20 years ago, Vegas was being overrun by robots. A nightmare. Then Angie and Snake and their squad showed up, guns a-blazing, and saved the day. Heroes, every one of them. Helped me consolidate control of the city, too. Of course, 15 years later, the robots came back and destroyed everything. But you know all about that. They attacked you, too. Anyway, that shared history makes me happy you're here. I hope you'll enjoy your stay. I'm glad you think so. You should have seen it 5 years ago. Nothing here but the walls, and half of them were falling down. We really worked hard to get where it is today. But enough about me. How are things with the Rangers? Is General Vargas still in charge? I'd love to give him my regards. We owe him and his team a lot. Is that so? Way to make a man feel old. But I'm sorry to hear Vargas is gone. He was a great man, ready to do anything to help the people he'd sworn to protect. Thank you for telling me. I'll raise a glass in his honor tonight. Now, what can I do for you? I know any attempt to recapture the past is doomed to failure. But I had to try. It's not quite Vegas, but it's close. And since I can't go back, this will have to do, won't it? And besides, the customers don't know it's a pale imitation. To them, this is paradise. All of Sin City behind one door. Certainly. Ask away. What? I don't want those kind of connections. Murder in the streets is bad for business. If I were you, I'd be looking for someone with a grudge against a patriarch. Not exactly a short list, I know, but... I know Delgado, but I haven't seen him. If he came here, he didn't come to see me. What a shame. Nothing I like more than a good grilling. What else can I do for you? Certainly. Ask away. Good luck.
Hello again, Red Hats. Until next time, Red Hats.
Wanna buy me a drink with all that gum you're throwing around?
I love dancing in this place.
Honey, of course. What do you want?
Rum and cola?
Adorable. That's so 2090s. Great choice for nostalgia factor.
I just like it.
Let's get crunk! Party! Woo!
I don't know what the boss is thinking.
I wish I were a DNA helicase.
He's leaving money
so I could
on the
unzip
table.
your jeans.
Marshals would shut us down if we fixed
Let's
the games.
discover our coefficient of
Not
friction.
with a kickback, they wouldn't.
There's a
They
statistically
ain't never
significant
said no
chance we'll
to a piece of
exchange
the
genetic
action.
code.
I don't know then.
Did we
He
meet
must
in
have his
school?
reasons.
Because I think we
guess
had
so.
chemistry together.
Welcome back to Little Vegas, Rangers. Like I said, 15 years after the Rangers saved us, the robots came back. Deadlier than before. We held out as long as we could. But without help from the Rangers, the end was inevitable. As to why we came to Colorado, well, we heard some rumors of the good work the Patriarch was doing out here, creating a stable, prosperous society. That's exactly the kind of environment a business like mine needs to flourish. So we packed up our roulette tables and hit the road. Ah, yes. Had that painted for my office back in Vegas, before the robots came. Not a bad likeness, eh? Thank you, Rangers. That's very flattering. But really, it's not so much that I haven't aged, but more that the cares and woes of running Vegas back then made me old before my time. Since I've come to Colorado, I feel 20 years younger. Good luck.
tough. Gotta act tough. Talk to Mr. Nose if you need anything.
Ooh-wee! Always have a time at Little Vegas. Even if I go home with red-hot balls, it's just like hellfire.
Wonder if 10 is working.
To the Little Vegas brothel, friends. Oh, hey, Quan. Looking for a good time, I assume.
Sorry, Ken. Me and my friends are here on business today. Rangers, meet Kendall, Colorado Springs' finest purveyor of sins of the flesh.
Delgado. You know, that name sounds really familiar, but remembering is going to be hard work. The kind of work a man should be paid to do.
Kendall, you predictable son of a bitch.
I need serious cash. Any less, and it isn't worth the risk. Like I said, it's not worth the risk for any less. You find the money, I'll see if I can remember. Or you can spend it on my lovely girls and boys. Either way. Yeah, okay. Bye.
Oh, man, I love dancing in this place.
It's the best.
Fuck! Like, I went upstairs to get my shit out of the safe, but Boulder and his mercs took my pants and kicked me out before I could get it. No fucking way I'm dealing with that asshole again. But I need that stash or I'm dead. Can you help me? Not my drugs. Other people's. Well, mostly. I got deliveries to make. Rhino and Focus. 5 each. I owe a lot of money. I don't sell this shit and they'll kill me. Fuck. That's all I have. Fine. Give me my shit, and it's yours. In a safe? Upstairs? In the private room? Here's the combination. Just watch out for Boulder. Go-hoo-hoo! Go-hoo-hoo!
Local 168, booyah! Go-hoo-hoo! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! 168!
What are you runts doing in here? This is a private party. Defending Colorado Springs and beating those toothless shit-kicker Dorseys to a bloody paste. Local 168! Let me hear you! Woo! Ha! You mean shakes? You runts are running errands for a junkie? Get out of here. We're gonna sell that shit when we sell his pants. Oh, so you've got some cojones. Well, if it's a fight you want, the local 168 are happy to oblige. Yes! Good! Good!
Ah!
was on contract! You're dead!
off, asshole. I'm working here.
He was on contract!
Caught him blind.
The 168 will get you. Pigs get bullets!
Need some help. Please.
on my shoes.
What are you runts doing in here? This is a private party. Ha! You mean shakes? You runts are running errands for a Oh, so you've got some cojones. Well, if it's a fight you want, the local... Ha! You're right. Get out of here, you pet thieves.
168! 168! Go-hoo-hoo! Go-hoo-hoo! 168! 168!
Any luck? Do you have my 5 rhino and 5 focus? Thank you. You saved my just a little to even me out. That's all.
Thought you couldn't work tonight, Darlene.
That's fine. I got a sitter.
Not your ex, I hope. He'll drink all your liquor and sell the kid to the scar collectors.
Haha. Little Tammy from next door. She'll still drink all my liquor, but Zach will be safe.
Oh, you again. What can Kendall do for you now? Shit! I knew I should have asked for more. All right. Don't tell anyone I told you. But Delgado was sniffing around the club, asking too many questions about the Dorseys. Last I saw, Charlie Knowles was pulling him into the back rooms behind the bar.
God damn it. Now Daisy's gonna want Brygo dead, and she won't take no for an answer.
Yeah, okay. Bye.
Oh, man, I love dancing in this stowed away on an Arapaho convoy?
It's the
best. Oh my god. Tell
But
me
I've heard
everything.
a rumor that there's an exclusive secret dance.
Welcome back to Little Vegas, Rangers. Certainly. Ask away. Good information, you say. That's better information than I have then. Nobody told me nothing. But I'm sorry. I can't let you go back there. My property, my rules. And if you try it without my permission, my capos will defend my property by all means necessary. Understand me? Good luck.
Hello again, Red Hats. Well, ain't you a clever seed of Red Hats? But let's not be rash here, yeah? The only way you're getting past that door is through a hail of bullets. And no one wants that. Look, it wasn't Mr. Brygo who conspired with the Dorseys. He's not that stupid. But a little bird told me it was someone in our organization. I can give you a name. All you gotta do is prove this guy was acting on his own. Way I see it, everybody wins. You get your culprit, and we don't get in trouble with the law. Once you clear Mr. Brygo's name, I'm sure he'll release Delgado. Look for our man McTavish at the machine shop near Pillory Square. I don't care what you do to him, but if you can come back and prove the rest of us weren't involved, I'm sure we can make a deal, yeah? Also, I didn't tell you this, Red Hats. Ah, Mr. Brygo's pride and joy. Our pride and joy. Until next time, Red Hats.
Oh man, I love stowed away on an Arapaho convoy?
But I've
Oh
heard
my
a
God.
rumor
Tell
that there's an
me
exclusive
everything.
secret dance party up at Aspen every year.
I can't believe you came. Those goddamn marshals never come. They think I'm a pest. I'm vigilant, is what I am. V-I-G-I-L-A-N-T. Anyhow, I hope you're ready for trouble, Rangers, because I got a situation here.
Oh, come on, Rosie. I always came when you called, didn't I?
You're with the Rangers now, Quan? Well, you were one of the better ones. I'm glad you're out of that marshal racket. The guy in room 3, Irv. He's not supposed to have anybody else living there, but I hear voices in there all the time. They're always banging on stuff, and I can smell burning and bleach and I don't know what else. Make him stop it or throw him out. Either one is fine with me. I can't. The shifty bastard's put his own locks on the door. That's how I know he's up to no good. Apartment room 3, end of the long hallway. The door's on the right. I know he's up to something. I just know it.
Okay, Rosie. We got it.
Rainbow tables used to break encryption. Meat space demons intercepted. Display rendered object and assigned to translation vectors. Redundant variable detection grid populated by live stream data. Alert. Do not delete local references to object. If memory allocation is null, then unhandled exception occurs. Return null.
Top of the world, ma! What's my name? Don't you tell me my name! These molides do not compute. Gone, the greatest mind of a generation, thrown down the Gazaman Platz. Do you know where you are going to? Do you like the thing? Thank you so much. You have been the most gracious of hosts. Do you know where you are going to? Do you like the things that wife is showing you? Gone, the greatest mind of a generation. Can you see me? Do I exist? What's my name? Why don't you tell me my name? 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 11, and 11. Traitors! Traitors, all of you! Home again, juggity, jug. Do you know where you are going to? Do you like the things that wife is showing you? Traitors! Traitors, all of you! What's my name? Why don't you tell me my name? Do you know where you are going to? Do you like the things that wife is showing you? Gone, the greatest mind of a generation, thrown down the Gazamenplatz. These Molites do not compute. I can see my own cells. Sacramento, California. They must never know. No one must ever tell them. I can see my own cells. Gone, the greatest mind of a Sunday, 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 nitro burning funny cars. Top of the world, ma! They must never know. No one must ever tell them. Eureka! The secret at last! What's my name? Why don't you tell me my name? The world is ours, Josephine! Human, just like you. I Swivis Cup Schmiddle to. One,
hardly hold my guns.
7, 11, 11, and 11. Molites do not compute. The world is ours, Josephine. The square of the hippopotamus is 3 times the length of its eye. Thank you.
You took my breath away.
Thank you kindly.
Sunday, 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 nitro burning funny cars. The square of the hippopotamus is 3 times the length of its eye. God, the greatest mind of a generation, thrown down.
Dying first means I win, right?
Top of the world, ma! 1, 3, 5, 7, 11. 11 and 11.
Thanks for the assist, Haas.
11.
Whoa! Did I pass out?
World is ours, Josephine! Sunday, 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 nitro burning funny cars! Top of the world, man! You know where you are going to. Do you like the things that wife is showing you? Home again, juggity jug. What's my name? Why don't you tell me my name?
Great justice!
Eureka! The secret at last! Home again, juggity jug. The world is ours, Josephine! Gone, the greatest mind of a generation, thrown down the Gazaman-Platz. 1, 3, 5, 7, 11. Thank you so much. You have been the most gracious of hosts. I am a human just like you. I Swivis Cup Schmidlo too.
Maybe I'll join the marshals. You do like roughing people up.
You get drummed out in a second, you crackpot.
Yeah.
Always watching when I'm shopping and walking home. Those eyes keep following.
Stupid! Who? Officially, because of the Dorsey raid. But I think they didn't like the questions I was asking about the Patriarch's history while I was renovating the exhibits. I mean, why else would they tell me they'll be hiring a new curator? What's that got to do with the raid? Can you believe it? I really fixed up that museum. Before me, just a bunch of dirty old trash we had to go look at 5 times a year in school. I brought the place into the 22nd century, scavenged some old robot parts to rebuild the animatronics, remade all the replicas from scratch, cleaned all the blood off the Scar Collector weapons. Good stuff. Junko Murayama, sculptor, roboticist, amateur historian, and former curator of the Colorado Springs Museum of History. I don't even know. I sent Diligent Joe, the Patriarch's private secretary, a list of questions about the Dorsey family and the routing of the Plains gangs. Just trying to clear up a few weird discrepancies, you know? Well, he doesn't get back to me, and then the raid happens, and I'm out on my ass with no explanation. That's weird, right? That's rad! Heck yes! Thank you! You won't regret this. You're over at the old airbase, right? I've read all about that place. I'll see you back at your HQ.
Came here for every class trip we ever had.
Yeah, this whole place is a gloss. But who wants to hear all the ugly details?
Why, hello there. My name's Old Baldy, and this here is the Saul Buchanan, Colorado Heritage. Me and my friends here dedicated telling the story of old Saul Buchanan and the refounding of the great state of Colorado, which is just the first step in Saul's plan to bring back the good old United States of America. Now, just stroll from stage to stage, and we'll tell you the story along the way. It's as simple as that. Any questions before you go? Well, I don't want to spoil the show, but it begins with Saul's humble start in this very town, and it follows the trials and tribulations he faced uniting the 100 families, defeating the monster army, and bringing peace and security to Colorado. And, in case you were worried, it's suitable for children of all ages. Great youngest son of the Buchanan clan, brave survivors of the fall of man. Baby Saul grew straight like a tree, swing a sledgehammer before he was 3.
Extra, extra, bloody shootout in Garden of the Gods!
By order of the Patriarch, only authorized personnel are to pass this gate.
My uncle, Gideon Reyes, wants to speak to the Rangers.
Oh, of course, Miss Wesson. Open it up, fellas.
Welcome to the right side of the tracks.
Do you have permission to be here?
I can't believe I'm stuck with this assignment.
I'd know this drone anywhere. It was my father's favorite. Must have been damaged when the Dorseys raided our house.
You're not supposed to touch that. It belonged to the Wessons. I've got orders to keep everyone away.
That's right. I recognize that drone. It ran little errands for my father and alphabetized his books.
My apologies, Miss Wesson. I should have seen you there. Guess I've been stuck out here so long I'm not thinking straight. Go ahead and do whatever you need to do. Babysitting broken bots. Bullshit.
I wish they'd get a younger preacher to come and give sermons.
You just want eye candy.
Guilty.
Oh, thank God. You're the Westerners, aren't you? The Rangers? My husband, my Hardy, was in Aspen when Vic Buchanan raided the town. Vic took him hostage, but there's been no word for weeks. I know it's frightful wicked to hope for the safety of one soul over many, but I beg you, find him. Save him if you can.
No need to beg, Mrs. Knox. We have business of our own with Vic Buchanan. If your husband's alive, we'll find him.
I didn't see you there, Lucia. You're a good girl. Always have been. I'm dreadful sorry for your loss. We have money, Rangers. Even though we don't live fancy like some families do, if you bring my Hardy home safe, we'll donate all we can to your cause. Let me see who... Allie Blue? Aunt Allie? My goodness, of course! I'd love to read this. Blue is my maiden name. Back in the old days, the Blues and the Knoxes hated each other. Old Aunt Allie almost shot me when I told her I was gonna marry Hardy. Always wanted to know what things were like when she was young. Oh, thank you, Rangers. Let me give you something for this. You mean he's real? I've seen him poking around the church at night, but I wasn't sure if my mind was playing tricks on me. Didn't dare get too close. I left him some food, just in case. Corn and scrap metal. He seemed like such a good, strong chicken. I know you will. Thank you, Rangers.
Ah, you're the Rangers, yes? I'm most pleased to see you. I'm Gideon Reyes.
Uncle Gideon, you heard about my family?
I did, Sabrina, and I'm so sorry. You know you always have a place in my house, for as long as you need.
I know, and I am grateful. But I have a place with these Rangers now. We mean to see justice done for my family.
Is that so, Rangers? She was always an impressive girl. My sister would be proud of her. Now, I expect you're here about my call. There is a situation in Colorado Springs that requires a delicate touch. But first, you need to know the truth about this city. Colorado Springs isn't as prosperous as it pretends. We can barely feed our existing population, and now smugglers are bringing refugees into the city every day. If we had enough food to support them, we would welcome them. But we don't. I've asked the Patriarch to chase off these smugglers, but he says the crisis with the Dorseys and his children have left the Marshals spread too thin. It seems he'd rather just have Sheriff Daisy keep putting refugees in the pillories, rather than stopping the tide at its source. It's infuriating. And that is why I've called you. You're right, Rangers. I am suggesting you to treat the symptom rather than the cause. But that is because the symptom is about to overwhelm us, and the cause... well, it is very difficult to change the Patriarch's mind. And if it can't be done, the alternative would be changing the regime, which, even for those who have wanted it most, has seemed impossible. Thus, we must address things that are possible, like discouraging smugglers from bringing refugees to the city. Don't put words in my mouth, Rangers. I'm not suggesting anything. I'm merely stating realities. My loyalty to the Patriarch goes without saying. But let's save any talk of politics until after this refugee crisis is dealt with. Are you willing to help me or not? Oh, of course. And not just in money. I do a lot of business with the local Arapaho garage, and I can get them to provide you with mechanics to service your vehicle. They always have the best, and I'll pay for everything. Thank you. I'm told the smugglers are operating out of the bazaar, a trader's market east of Colorado Springs. When you find them, well, do what you can. Convince them to take the refugees elsewhere. Convince them to stop entirely. Arrest them. I just want this problem to go away. Thank you for agreeing to help. You are doing Colorado Springs a great service. Goodbye, and good luck.
Mrs. Putnam is still looking for her cat. Small tabby, very affectionate, answers to the name Julep. Is your soul prepared for the deluge to come? We know not what form the final deluge will take. Some say steel, others say blood.
So they killed the Blessings, the Schulers, the Jacksons, Sophia Gutierrez too, and her kids. The Patriarch said the Dorseys were dead. He was either lying or incompetent. Which is it? A lot of people have been asking the same thing.
My family will be avenged. It feels so empty now. Even when the only person who knew the combination to that safe was my mom. If you think you can guess it, I don't mind. Mama used to love sitting in here. She'd be ashamed of the mess it's in now. Mama used to love sitting in here. She'd be ashamed at the mess it's in now. Wow. Daddy really didn't want any Dorseys to muck around with his cooking supplies. Damn Dorseys weren't content to rip everything up. They had to toss the furniture around, too. Animals. Couldn't even leave my memories of this place alone. My house was the first place the Dorseys went. Probably walked right in through the front door, stole my parents and little brother away, and then took out their anger on the house. No point looking back there. It's smashed up even worse, and the Dorseys took everything worth stealing.
Hey, boss.
Descend the narrow stairs and find the door to the bunker slightly ajar. I listen at the door.
Did you hear what happened in
Reception.
Aspen? All those people taken
dark
hostage?
out here. Maybe we should go inside.
This was your idea. He said it would be cool to play a game in the park.
I got a 15. Do I
hear that? It's just the wind. Ah! A pale dog! There's a pale dog watching us!
What? Where? I don't see...
It's coming after us! Run!
Move along now. Yep. The Dorseys done tore through here and gutted the house. Seeing a lot of nobodies lately.
I reckon it's a good thing this proposal was never delivered.
Ah, young love. Glad I grew out of it.